Well, hey, everybody. Welcome back to Local 4 Live. I'm Nick Monticelli. We're dedicating today to getting you prepared for tomorrow's primary election. In our next hour, we're focusing on key races in Macomb and Oakland counties as we say hello to Southfield here. Then it's another hazy day in Metro Detroit with an air quality alert because of smoke coming from wildfires in Canada. If you have asthma or heart disease, experts say avoid doing too much outside today. Ashley will be in with your forecast in just a moment for your work week. Plus, it's time to trade up. We're chatting with the Detroit nonprofit about the unique job opportunities they're offering in the skilled trades. Well, let's start with Decision 2025. We have been your primary election guide all morning long. In our last hour, we talked about the Detroit mayoral debate and the ballots in Detroit, Wayne County, and Washtenaw County. Now, as we're looking live in Mount Clemens, we're going to focus on the big races in Macomb County. Voters in New Baltimore will pick which candidates will face off to become the next mayor. Then in Sterling Heights, there are 13 people vying to get on the city council there, and 4 different townships in northern Macomb County voting on a major proposal for Armada schools. The $12 million proposal will upgrade technology in the district and enhance safety and security. Residents in Armada, Bruce, Lenox, and Richmond townships will be voting on that. In Warren, voters will decide on a $42 million bond to support major projects, including building improvements, an outdoor learning area, and upgrading school technology at Warren Fitzgerald schools. And finally, in Clinton Township, residents there voting on a proposal for a millage aimed at maintaining current police funding levels or having funding cut by $9 million. Now, this millage has sparked a lot of questions because of the specific language and how it's written. Joining me to try to clear all this up is Clinton Township Supervisor Paul Gilliam and the police chief, brand new police chief, Preston Susala. Thank you guys for coming down to Detroit to talk about this.
Great to be on with you, Nick.
Yeah, there's been some confusion, and I've been saying all morning it's almost like social media misinformation, because my understanding, you tell me if I'm wrong, is that this is not an increase, it is a renewal, but a lot of people think it's an increase.
So there's specific language on the ballot that says an increase over zero. So it's a current millage. It was voter adopted at 2 different times.
Okay.
And now we're combining those 2 and asking to renew those. So it's the same rate that people are paying now, actually a little bit less because of a Headley rollback.
Okay.
But, you know, the confusion is based upon the way the state makes us place this on the ballot.
So because you are taking 2 millages and combining them, it looks at it and says because it's anything over zero, over a penny, you have to call it an increase.
Correct. Yes. And, you know, when I was in the state legislature, one of the things I did is to introduce a bill that says that all of the state laws had to be written in common language.
That didn't pass.
That didn't pass. So the language has I think, added a little bit of confusion, but also I think there's also an agenda here of people who, you know,
kind of twisting the knife a little bit, find a loophole to exploit.
Exactly. So our residents have overwhelmingly in the past always supported the Clinton Township Police Department. We're the largest township in the state of Michigan and the 7th largest community, so over 100,000 people. We need a police force that is going to be able to meet the needs and demands of that community.
Right. So, Chief, I don't want to go doom and gloom with you, but
sure.
If for some reason this millage doesn't get renewed, I'm going to keep saying renewed here so people get it, a $9 million cut to you would be drastic.
Oh, it would be. It would significantly impact our police department.
What's your total budget now?
Our total budget's right around 30
Okay.
million.
So, I mean, you're looking at almost a third gone then.
Correct.
Yeah.
Correct.
Have you had to run some of the numbers or some of the scenarios looking at what units or what services you'd be cutting?
We haven't gone to those measures yet. Okay. Hopefully we don't have to.
Right.
So we're doing whatever we can to educate the public, to let them know what is at stake here.
Yeah, I hate to put you on the spot, but let's talk a doomsday scenario. I mean, you're looking at cutting a significant amount of officers, probably some different units. I mean,
correct.
Public safety, I don't want to say would be at risk. I don't want to say that, but it would look drastically different if you had to go this route.
Absolutely would, correct.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
So what's your message then in terms of, this is only a Clinton Township issue, but realistically it becomes more of a Macomb County issue because there's a lot of mutual aid that happens between all the jurisdictions up there. So this could impact a lot more people.
our folks in the Clinton Township Police Department are working with the Sheriff's Department. You know, they serve other communities. You know, no one really knows where the borders are of our respective communities.
Right.
So the reality is,
they have no idea
you know,
where Groesbeck is at sometimes.
So I think the overall message is voters have approved a rate. We've worked within that. We have 96 sworn officers. And that means about 8 to 9 in the community on any given point to make sure they can meet the demands of this
Which honestly, you
community
probably
our
could use
size.
more, to be honest with you.
There's no doubt about it. I mean,
Right.
but we've had to make do with the level that the voters have authorized. And now we're saying, hey, going out into the future, every millage has an expiration date on it.
Yep.
Do folks want to renew this and keep our police department services at the level that they're at?
Yeah. Not to put you on the spot, but the 2 millages that have been approved, when's the last time that they were approved?
So I know that one of them was adopted by the voters in 2013,
Okay.
and I think it was a 5-year. So I think 2018 was the last time that that one was approved.
Gotcha. Okay. So, but again, we're looking at things that have been in place for quite some time then.
Right. I mean, so basically, when people look at their tax bill, in the summer bill, Township collects it, but we don't keep a penny of it. We distribute it to all of those, so schools, the county millage rate, a few other millages, all of those are on the ballot in the summer. We distribute those dollars, 100% of them, out to all of those other taxing authorities. The township's money comes in the winter collection. That's always the lesser of the 2 bills.
Right.
But it's police, fire, and general operations.
Okay.
General operations of the township is less than 1 mil. So everything that we do in the township that is not police, fire, or water and sewer, we do out of less than 1 mil.
Gotcha.
And so police departments and fire departments, 100% millage supported.
Okay. Now, is this one public safety or is this just police department?
This is the police department.
Just police
Fire
department.
millages were previously adopted, and they'll come up at the appropriate time.
Okay. Well, we can't let them have more money. I want to talk a little bit about, again, I'm not trying to look at doomsday scenarios here, but I know you and your predecessors have spent a lot of time over the past several years looking at more proactive policing as opposed to reactively and getting out and doing things that help.
Correct.
I assume that, again, not trying to be a doomsday scenario here, but if we lost that money, all of that would go away. You'd probably become strictly reactive.
It would be very tough to be proactive when you don't have the resources to do it. We've taken steps to become an accredited police agency, which shows that we're operating under current best practices. Our officers are getting the training that they need to be successful and be supported. And like Supervisor Gilliam has said, we've always had a lot of support with the residents of Clinton Township with these past millages and renewals. So we're hoping that that continues. And we have taken steps. We have school resource officers. We have canine officers. We have a lot of proactive units within the department that we feel gives a lot of bang for the buck for our residents. And we hope to continue that.
And I would assume, again, tell me if I'm wrong, but I would assume that if things like that go away, we'd probably see crime rates increase.
I would think it would correlate.
Right. And again, I'm trying not to make this the burning Clinton Township story that it is, but
Sure.
you lose $9 million and there's going to be a problem.
Absolutely.
I think, police departments now are changing. The increase in technology, keeping pace with technology and that fast
Right,
pace.
right.
We have a drone unit. We've put a social worker.
To go on some of the calls.
To
Right,
try to
right.
help with some of the recidivism rates.
Yep.
Things that go beyond police work. We want to be able to get people referred to the services that they can depend on, that can help on some of the underlying causes. So those are types of things that we're trying to do to be proactive, innovative, and serve our community to the best of our ability.
It's amazing. I can't fathom how much your job has changed over the past decade or so.
Oh.
It was-
Exponentially has
Yeah,
changed,
right.
just with technology,
Yeah.
like Supervisor has said. With all the, we have officers with computers. The crimes that are utilizing computers nowadays takes up a huge amount of investigators' time. So those are also things that we have done to take innovative steps to help with controlling that problem as well.
Gotcha. Okay. One last question for you guys. Do you think that the majority of your residents understand this, or are you still, you're only a day away from election at this point, are you still actively trying to clear the air here, that this is a renewal, not an increase?
I think we're always trying to clear the air, but we've been taking a lot of proactive steps, going door to door, knocking on voters' doors, explaining to them what the millage is, what the renewal is, what's at stake, to educate our residents to the best of our ability. And overwhelmingly, I've seen a positive response.
Yeah.
And I think we've been able to get that message out.
Okay.
But we continue to do that for anybody, because every vote counts.
Right. Any fears that this might not pass at this point, or is that kind of why you're here with us?
Well, look, no stone unturned, right?
Right.
We want to make sure that we communicate with everybody, all possible voters. Voting's a little bit different now because people get that absentee ballot mailed to them automatically
Right.
every single election.
Right.
So that's a universe that might not have voted in the past. We need to get to all of those folks. So the police department, after hours, has been out there knocking on doors, mailing flyers, and trying to sort of go after some of the misinformation that we see on social media. Social media is a dynamic that has changed how elections are run.
And listen, social media can be your best friend and your worst enemy at the exact same time.
Absolutely.
I'm sure, in fact, it is a lot of times for both of you guys.
Indeed.
All right, thank you very much. I really appreciate your time to try to, help people understand what's actually happening, and especially those who haven't had an opportunity to vote yet and will be doing so tomorrow. Paul, Preston, thank you so much.
Great to be on with
Thanks
you.
for having
Thank
us.
you so much. In the next half hour, we're going to focus on Oakland County. We're taking a look at the Pontiac mayoral race. Community leaders are going to help us understand what the city needs to do to kickstart their revitalization. And if you missed any of our coverage today, there's going to be a complete write-up on all the races over on our website at clickondetroit.com. There you'll find everything you need to know if you're heading out to the polls tomorrow. And make sure you tune in for Local 4's primary election coverage that starts tomorrow night. That kicks off at 10 o'clock, produced by our producer extraordinaire, Aaron Fleming. Then on air and streaming here on Local 4 Plus, we're going to bring you the latest results and have an expert analysis throughout the entire show.